Hello Aries, I'm Tamara and I'm going to do your yearly overview for year 2018. And this is a general reading. This reading is for the Aries Sun, Aries Moon and Aries Rising sign. For this reading I'm using the Gilded Tarot deck by Ciro Marchetti. I hope it resonates with you. If it doesn't, please watch your moon sign or your rising sign. I'll just shuffle a little bit longer before I start. While I'm shuffling, I would just want to say thank you to all my viewers, to all my subscribers, for all your comments, all your likes, all your donations, and for all your private bookings. And if you are interested in a private reading with me, please contact me. And all the information is underneath this video in the description box below. Right, I'm going to do one card for each month, and I will get one card as the main theme of the year, which will represent the whole year 2018. And the first card which I have got for you is the Seven of Pentacles. And the first card we have for you is the Five of Wands for January. Then we have the Tower in February. Ten of Wands, March. The Lovers in April. The Moon in May. And in June we have Eight of Cups. July we have Eight of Pentacles. August will be Three of Pentacles. September the Fool. October we have the Hierophant. November we have Ace of Swords. And December we have the Hermit. Okay, let's see. The main theme. One thing I can say, just looking at it, that you will be working really hard this year. There's a lot of cards of Pentacles, which indicates that you're working towards your financial success. And the main card of the year is the Seven of Pentacles. Seven of Pentacles also talks about making a decision. This year, year 2018, you will have to make a decision. If you would like to persevere with the same either business or career or job, work, relationship, whatever is important for you, whatever you're working really hard on, if you would like to persevere with this with this business or whatever you're doing, or you would like to start something completely new, something unknown for you. But this card also talks that you will work really hard during the year, but you will get the results of your hard work, you will get the results of your labor. There will be satisfactory, because after 7 we've got 8 and 9 and 10. And you have got, actually, in July, you've got Eight of Pentacles, which tells me that you will persevere, you will work really hard. And but it's a really, really positive card. It's the card of making decision mainly maybe in career, decision in changing business, changing project, or something like this. But it's quite a stable card, very good. Okay, Aries, the first card for January, I've got the Five of Wands. All fives in the tarot decks, they all talk about either fights or losses. This one talks about fighting, it's a quarreling. It's also a card of competition. So whatever, if you ask, if it's in a work environment, in an office, watch out in January. There might be quite a lot of negative energy, energy of competition, competitors. Maybe you will be just arguing with someone. Wands is all about fire energy, so it will be quite passionate arguments. Maybe you will be just standing to your for your points you are making. As I said, it's a general reading. If you're not working, so if it's for a relationship for you, then there will be some sort of arguments, maybe in your household, maybe with your partner or something, but nothing overly serious. 5 is main arcana card, so it comes and goes. It's a very short sort of living energy. So as soon as the January finishes, we go to February, and that's in February. Obviously, all this quarreling, all this arguing brings to this sudden change. All the changes, some changes are not very pleasant, and that's how I see in February that this change will be sudden, unexpected, and maybe not very pleasant for you, dear Aries. It will bring a little bit, some pain. It will bring some, disruption into your life. However, you have to remember that, after on the ruins of every building, there's always a new green grass started growing, the flowers started blooming. So there will be a new beginning after this, this tower. Also, when we have a tower card, it tells us that only the structures in our life which hasn't had a secure base, that one's been destroyed. That one, even though we didn't, it's either relationship, but you knew that they probably shaky relationship. If it's a job, you probably had some sort of inkling that there is some sort of problems in a business which you're doing or something. And, when things happen, it's very unpleasant, unexpected, but we do have that sort of gut feeling, sixth sense that things might go wrong. So, but, it's not very pleasant card, not very pleasant situation, but remember one thing, that you will, after, this period, there's always a new beginning, a new start for you. And it's a big change. And then you will work really hard in March. You will put, maybe after this tower, you will decide to do something new, completely new. And you will, there will be so much on your shoulders, there will be so much, it's card of 10 of Wands, sorry. You will be carrying all this heavy weight on your shoulders, on your back, and the message behind this card will be in month of March for you, dear Aries, that it is time for you to drop, because 10 is the end of the cycle. It's the end of you working really hard and just doing all what you were doing in, maybe in 2017 and the beginning of 2018. And drop all this heavy weight off, and maybe learn how to delegate, and maybe sort of ask for help, something like this. So it will be, there's a lot of, heavy, like energy of you being overwhelmed, either with work or whatever you're doing, maybe family and work and all together, and you will be carrying all this on your shoulders. And then in April we have a Lover's card. It's a fantastic card, so if you're looking for a love, it might come in months of April to you. If you are in relationship or married or whatever, maybe your relationship will go into the different stage where you will be very passionate about each other. It's a very sensual card. If you are not looking for a relationship, or it's not a love reading for you, then it's Lover's card sometimes represents choices. Maybe you will need to make choices, because you did have quite a lot happening at the beginning of the year, and we were talking that the main theme of the year is a decision time. The year 2018 will be a year of making a decision of a change, or staying or changing, and maybe you will have to make a choice between either 2 jobs or 2 people. That sort of energy behind this card. This card also talks about the sign of Gemini. Maybe Gemini will be significant for you in the months of April. Maybe your partner is a Gemini, or your business partner or something like this. But if you're looking for love, then as I said before, then quite possible there will be a new person coming into your life. Nice, passionate, romantic relationship for you. And then in May we have the Moon card. The Moon card talks about mysticism, talks about being in a slightly grey period of time, because the moonlight is slightly, you know, it's not the, when the sun shines, everything is bright. When it's dark night, then everything is dark. When we have a moon, we have that sort of twilight color, twilight light, grayish color, which can distort our vision of the things, which can also, like a fog, cover things from us to see them clearly. And this card talks about that not seeing things clearly, not things being hidden from you. There might be some lies will be there, maybe lies will be revealed, or there will be something unknown for you, maybe it will come into the light for you. It also talks, the moon also talks about sign of, not Pisces, sorry, not Cancer, the Scorpio, sorry. Yeah, maybe sign of Scorpio will be significant for you in this month of May. But otherwise, it will be quite sort of, as I said, it's a dreamy period when you will, you know, you will not know, and you will want to find out about something. And maybe there will be some lies, because as we seen on the beginning of the year, in January, there was some competition. Maybe there is something happening which you want to find out, but at this particular moment in month of May, you won't be able to find out. Then we go to June, and in June you will make some sort of a decision. You will decide to move away from something, maybe from this carrying that heavy weight, maybe from, you know, having all these unpleasantries of the, you know, February, or maybe just deciding that, or whatever, if there was any lies or something that didn't serve you, you know, you were not happy, and you will decide to turn your back to all this and move away, and leaving all this negativity, all these cups. If you see, cups represents emotions, and they turned upside down. They talk about that having negative emotions, and leaving all this negativity behind, and deciding to move forward, deciding to move. Then we go to July, and in July we have Eight of Pentacles, which tells me that you will be working really hard. And I said to you at the beginning that this year will be a year of hard work for you. Eight of Pentacles is hard work, but it also tells me that you are master of your trade. Whatever you're doing it really well. If you're working, then you're very good at your work. If you're running business, then you're doing it really well. If you're not working, you're still doing whatever you're doing in your life, you're doing it really well. If it's juggling maybe work and maybe kids, family, looking after your household, whatever you're doing, maybe studying, you're doing it really well, and you're making progress, because as I said, to start, you know, the main theme of the year is 7. Now you're progressing to 8. 8 is more sort of financially even more secure. You progress from 7 to 8. After 8 we have 9 and 10. 9 and 10 is more sort of financial abundance, but you're working towards this sort of direction of having that financial abundance. I'm sorry about the noise. We have this fire night. My neighbors decided to have firework this evening. So yes, very good card. You will be working really hard in July, but it will be, it will be satisfying. You will be getting the result of your hard work. And August, we see Three of Pentacles. Three of Pentacles is working as a team. We carry on this work sort of theme through the year, and you're working as a team. It's a card of apprentice as well. Either there's, 3 partners in the business. Maybe it's a 3-party situation, but it's more sort of financial work, project, something tangible, something more sort of significant and material, financial. So it's you will be working, and again, you're doing really well. Whatever you're building in your life financially, you're doing quite a good job. August. And then September we have a Fool card. Again, it's a time of change. We had a time of change in February. Now we have a time of change. Because in June you decided to turn your back to everything which didn't serve and move away from it. Here you are taking a leap of faith. You're deciding to do something completely new. Something which you've never done before. Because over there you were doing the same things and you're doing them really well. But now you decided to take a leap of faith and sort of jump from the cliff and into unknown, being brave and try something. You know, if it's maybe a sudden decision because you are making a decision this year, so, you know, you're making a decision about changing jobs, maybe selling business, starting something completely new. I don't know, change even in relationship, maybe complete change, because here you left what didn't serve you. Maybe you decided that relationship which you had started in April maybe didn't serve you, because there was quite a lot of lies over there. And you decided, you worked really hard and you decided to start completely new. You decided to take a leap of faith. It also represents inner child in you, you know, that the Fool card. It's a card of complete beginning. It's zero. It's not even one. It's zero. Starting from a ground zero. Starting from completely clear page. And then we go into the October. And October we have a Hierophant. Hierophant represents a system. I don't know, it's either firm, company, structure, whatever structure. Sometimes if you are, you know, a churchgoer, if you belong to some sort of religion and you follower, so that could be a religious sort of rules and regulations, and you sort of strictly following those rules and regulations. Sometimes it talks about corporate company, where there is quite strict rules and regulations, and you know, you're following those rules and regulations. Sometimes it tells you that you might be a little bit too rigid. You've got your own rules and regulations in your own life. You know, we all have, especially with the age. We like the way we like things, and we have our own order in life. And if changes come, sometimes we don't really like them very much. Sometimes. Hierophant talks about being a little bit too rigid, you know, following, you know, this rules and regulations. Sometimes the advice behind this card is to release a little bit, to soften a little bit, and just sort of be a little bit more flexible. And that card represents October. And then we come into the November, and we got Ace of Swords. Ace of Swords, if something was unclear for you in the months of May, then this card is a new start, a new beginning. There's a lot of new starts for you, and a lot of changes during the year 2018. But as far as I see, they're all quite positive. There's no negative cards apart from the card in February when you have a sudden change. But Ace of Swords is very clear, very new beginning. This sword will bring you clarity. If there was any lies, if there was something hidden, or if you just decided to start from a clear page, you will have a very clear mind about what to do and how to do it. Because the Swords is all about mental activities, it's all about clarity of mind. Swords is also justice, bringing justice. If something was unjust, it can bring truth and bring justice into your life. And it's also, as I said, it's a new beginning, a new start of something. It also talks about sign of air. It could be Libra, Gemini, or Aquarius person who is significant in the months of November. And then we go to December, and the message for you is to take time off. You worked really hard during the year, and when we come to December, it's maybe a time of reflection. Use that, you know, light, use that inner light, and look inside yourself, and you know, have a look, maybe just reflect on how the year was. Look inside your soul, look inside your heart, and you know, see what if everything is in balance over there. Sometimes it's quite nice to be the hermit, you know, like to take time away from everything, especially in lieu of you know, Christmas celebration when there's a lot of people around you. It's time to take maybe a couple of days away, just be with yourself and you know, look inside yourself. This card also represents a sign of Virgo. Maybe Virgo will be significant in December for you. But, you know, that's, again, it's a very positive card for you. You know, it's just an advice to you to sort of look inside of you. If there's something you wanted to find out, any answers within your soul, within your, you know, heart, you might find them if you look deeply inside yourself using that torch. And that is a torch of knowledge, torch of, you know, of spiritual torch for you. Well, dear Aries, it's fantastic reading for you. As I said, the main theme of the year is making a decision, and I can see during the year you will be making several decisions. The year started on a slightly shaky sort of grounds with a bit of competition, bit of arguments. Then we have the Tower, because something which didn't serve you will be destroyed. You will be working really hard. I see several cards of working really hard over there. I see the Lover's card, so if you are looking for love, there is a possibility there. But I don't think it will be very sort of, the progress will go, you know, really nicely within this relationship, because I think there will be quite things which will be hidden from you, maybe some deceptions and lies, and you will decide to leave in the month of June. You will persevere and work really hard. You will decide to do something new, maybe that decision which you will have to do to make, you will make it. The advice to you would be that, you know, just try to be a bit more flexible. You know, don't, you know, if you follow the room, but still, you know, try to be not very rigidly. Some clarity, some new sort of, you know, all the aces is something new project, new beginnings. Some new beginning again in November, which brings clarity, or you start this project with a very clear mind, knowing exactly what to do and how to do it. And December is more spiritual month for you, where it's the advice for you is look within, look inside, take some time, or sometimes it just could be just the practical advice of taking some time off and have a rest. Well, it's a fantastic year for you. I hope you know, you enjoy. Hope you like the reading. If you want a private reading and you want to elaborate on all this, I will use each card for each month in my monthly readings. For the year 2018, they will be the main theme of the month. I will elaborate a little bit on them. But if you would like to have a private reading with me, please contact me by email, through my Facebook page, or through my web page. So, you know, thank you very much for watching, and see you next time. Goodbye.